Hey guys, doing a point of view review today of a set of Kumho AT51 all-terrain tires. I just had these for a couple months now, about 3,000 miles I put on them, so about relatively short-term test. I'm going to be doing a more long-term test here in the near future once I get some more miles on them and get some more experience, but so far pretty happy with them. The size I have is 285/75/17. It's about a 33-inch tire. At the time of reviewing this video, the tires are about $153 on TireRack.com. Hey guys, the first part of this review is going to be an on-road kind of. I'm going to be driving to my local little spot where I test stuff out every time I do something to my Xterra here. So the main reason I got an all-terrain tire is because 80 to 90% of my time is going to be spent on the road. Because this is my daily driver, I didn't want something too aggressive, something's gonna be loud, like a mud terrain would, also that would kill my gas mileage. These actually haven't affected that, besides the size being a 33 over a stock size. These haven't affected my gas mileage that much. There's also hardly any noticeable drone at all with these tires. I mean, unless if you have the windows closed like I do now, and you're driving about 45 to 50 is the only real time that I notice any kind of drone with the tires at all. I mean, you could have the windows open or anything, any kind of ambient noise like the radio or even the engine, I mean, I don't hear any kind of drone at all. So that was that. I'm coming from a Discovery, Land Rover Discovery that had the same size, the 33-inch, but those were Maxxis Bighorns. Those were mud terrains. Those had a large noticeable drone. They also had, they were 10-ply rating, but they handled a lot worse than this Xterra did with these tires in the same size. So going here to my local off-road area that I just go and test stuff in, the tires really perform, for an all-terrain, they perform really well in a lot of conditions on off-road. I mean, there's only been a few times where they've disappointed, not really disappointed, but they didn't really have the bite that they needed to. Coming down here, I'm in four-wheel drive now. You got kind of a steep downhill. They grip very well for an all-terrain, being that they're so comfortable on the road. They're not the most aggressive tread pattern like some of the BF Goodrich and some of the other ones are, but I mean, I attribute that to the way that there's not really that much drone. So this is pretty gravel. There's a lot of leaves on it right now, but it's just handling pretty well for me. I mean, to each his own. I mean, one person might say one thing, one person might say another, but they handle pretty well to me. The only time these tires haven't really performed up to my liking is when you get to a hard rock surface. I'll post a video link down in the description, but when I was doing a local Uhari drive a couple months ago, I was on a rock surface, and they just seemed to slip a lot more than I thought they would. But then again, I mean, I got up it, so it didn't leave me stranded anywhere. So just coming here, we got a little bit of mud and stuff, but no wheel spin up that last hill. Stay out of these ruts. So my only main complaint that I can have with these tires is that during some hard wheeling, going off-road, spinning some tires a little bit, because I don't have lockers. I just have a center differential that locks, but I don't have a front or rear locker, just traction control. So the tires do spin a little more than you would if you had a rear locker. But noticing with some spinning, not any on any rock surface, but mostly gravel or clay, like you see here, there has been some chipping on some of the studs themselves on the tire. I don't know if that's the right term, but I'll post a picture, let you see. But I mean, it's not anything to be too concerned about. It seems to be for an E-rated E-load tire, it seems to be a little bit softer than some of the other mud terrains and all terrains that I've got to experience, both with friends Xterras and then other Land Rovers, and then the Maxxis Bighorns I had. So here's some, nothing really big, nothing too exciting, just some mud. And over here we actually have a hill climb we'll go up. So I'm going to put in 4 low here. Not that I necessarily need to, just don't want a ton of tire spin. Little rear tire spin on that, but then again got up it, so nothing too big. I tried all the same stuff, all the same obstacles that went over with the factory tires that came on this, which were a set of BFG's radial long trails. Had a lot more wheel spin, but then again those are more of a highway tire. So a little wheel spin here. Anyway, those are more of a highway tire, so I was expecting those not to perform great. They actually surprised me. The Xterra surprised me. Coming from a Discovery with solid axles and locking center differential, I thought that could go anywhere. More than confident with the Xterra and these tires that I can pretty much go anywhere that I need to. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. I check them relatively frequently. So thanks for watching.